360 Headlines is brought to you by Deluxipate, Heaven Black Mosquito Coil and Spray,
Premier Health Insurance, Calipo, and Nido Fortigro, your love, their future.
And in the headlines tonight, 11 students of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology clashed with campus security after defying their ban to hold vigil have been granted bail.
Principal investigator of Shire Hills Archaeological Research Project advocates archaeological assessment before major construction projects.
Also in the bulletin, a tale of yam growing communities will bring you the details.
And later on Mission Tonight, one teacher handles all 6 classes at Kitare DA Primary School in the Pandai district of the northern region.
And later in international news, at least 22 people killed and 170 injured in a passenger train derailment in northeast Taiwan. We have all the details, including sports and entertainment, coming up this hour. Stay with us as we bring you the details right now. Let's begin the news. One student of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology is on admission at the KNUST hospital after he was allegedly manhandled by the internal security of the university during a vigil called Morale on Campus. 11 others, including an alumnus who were arrested and handed over to the police, have been granted bail. They were said to have defied the ban on such activities, which involves singing in groups while loitering on campus. The ban was reportedly placed following the conversion of all male halls into mixed halls. The students and alumni, however, went ahead to hold a vigil and consequently blocked the entrances to the school campus, preventing students from entering the halls. The students reportedly started to throw stones at the security officers who tried to stop them. Right, so a little problem there. Let's go to Kwame Abua, who is the Public Relations Officer of the KNUST, and he's on the phone. Kwame, good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, okay. Kwame, bring us up to date. Exactly what led to the students run-in with the security at KNUST?
I didn't get it well. You said exactly...
What led to the clashes between the students and the security at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology?
Thank you very much. Good evening. On Friday, students of both halls, Unity and University Hall, wanted to have some get-together which they refer to as morale, where they come together, sing, drum, and do all sorts of things. The experience we had with making the whole single set halls made us think if we allow them to be having that, it might compromise our security. So what we did was to ask them to hold on to that. But after some weeks, about 6-7 weeks ago, we allowed them to have one, the 2 halls. That by Unity Hall was quite okay, no incident. But that of the University Hall was something else. So this time around, which was last Friday, they wanted to have the same. And the whole authority said no, we can't have it because of what happened in the previous time. And the students decided. And let me say this. If students are not in the hall, the outside the hall is open, and they come to do. And normally when they come to do that, they create a lot of conveniences. The entrance of the hall is blocked. Some students are unnecessarily harassed and all that. So when the decided some of the teachings and all that, and all the security that was supposed for missiles flying and all that. So we attempt to control it. Somewhere arrested and taken to the police station, the KNST police station.
Kwame Yeboah, you claim that there is a ban on moral activities. Are there enough notices to warn the students that the ban is still in force? Is it enough, or what are you going to do about it to alert them?
You see, every institution is governed by constitutions. But in all cases, we have some people who didn't want to, and we have such situations on our hands now. I indicated earlier, Unity Hall, they were giving the permission to do it. And they did it within the laws. And nobody had anything to do. But in the case of University Hall, there are some individuals who are bent on creating problems for the university. And sometimes we have to take things where those who participate are not students. Some are not students. So the idea was to allow them to have it, bordered on some of these things. But the news out there is the impression that affecting students, we are doing things. That is not the case. So going forward, as I promised parents about the university's attempt to provide security for the children, we will go ahead and do that so that their security is secured.
All right. Kwame, we thank you very much for your time. Kwame Yeboah is the PRO for the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Right, let's move on to our next headline, where the principal investigator of the Shire Hills Archaeological Research Project, Dr. William Nate Blekpo, is suggesting an archaeological assessment before any major construction activity is carried out in any part of the country. The move, he contended, would help promote and preserve the country's history and heritage. And the archaeologists working at the Shire Hills Resource Reserve in the Shire Osudoku district of the Greater Accra region have discovered a 2,000-year-old burial site confirming history of human habitation in the reserve.
You can see here, this is a premolar, this is a molar, this is another one. So we are dealing with a human jaw.
The discovery, which include fragments of human skull, eggshells, beads and pieces of ceramics, were made during an excavation earlier this year by the Department of Archaeology and Heritage Studies of the University of Ghana. According to the principal investigator of the Shire Hills Archaeological Research Project, Dr. William Nate Blekpo, the samples were dated by the Direct Accelerated Mass Spectrometry, a radiocarbon dating service based in Washington, USA.
Our history has been reduced to the period that we had contacts with the Europeans 500 years ago. But our peoples have been living in these lands for several millennia, as the finds are showing now. So what this is calling on us to do is that let's expand our knowledge. Go beyond this. Almost everybody talking about we came from Israel. You came from Israel when? But what about the people living here 2,000 years ago? Where are they? And so these are the dynamics. We want to expand our knowledge and not just remain tied to the few written records that have been written.
Dr. Blekpo underscored the need for archaeological assessment before major construction activities are carried out in order to preserve the country's history and heritage.
If we hadn't done this work as a salvage work, we would have bulldozed the place and just put a car park on it. But because we thought it was, we needed an salvage archaeological work done before we did any earth-moving activity, we have a block aspect of our history that will have been lost forever. I mean, 2,000 years ago, people wearing beads made of eggshells, which we even believe are extinct animals that were here before, probably from an ostrich. And it's a big deal as we talk about issues of climate change, extinction of animals.
The Executive Director of the Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission, Nana Kofi Edunsia, said the collaboration between the Commission and the University would enhance the protection and preservation of the country's history.
Protected areas can also be created for areas that we think they are more resilient to climate change. So if you take Shire, for example, it takes most of these areas into consideration. Shire is one of the places that we are very much interested. If you take the Accra Plains, almost all the natural vegetation is gone. It's only Shai we can get some of the indigenous plants of the people of Shai.
The Shai Hills Archaeological Project between the two outfits is part of a larger ongoing effort to establish a proposed center for heritage and biodiversity conservation.
And also in the news tonight, the Crops Research Institute of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research has begun field trials of 3 techniques in the management of the fall armyworms on farms in Ghana. When successful, the techniques will be rolled out to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture for adoption to save farms from the armyworm devastation. Here's a report by Beatrice Spiogabra.
Fall armyworms have caused devastation on farmlands across the country. Maize farms have been worst affected as farmers lose thousands of cedis to the effects of the infestations. The Crop Research Institute, in an effort to help manage and control the worm infestations of maize farms, is trying 3 technologies for adoption. The first is the bioefficacy study of selected insecticides for the control of fall armyworms. Lead researchers and entomologists at the Institute, Ibrahim Adams, said 5 insecticides are being studied to know which one is effective in managing the pest. The study is in collaboration with the GIZ and being undertaken at IJRA. The 2 other interventions are intercropping of maize with granates and the push-pull technology. Under the intercropping method, granates are planted alongside maize to prevent the fall armyworms from infesting the farms. The push-pull method, adopted from Kenya, has elephant plants grown around a maize farm. Director of the Crop Research Institute, Dr. Stella Enin, says the methods under trial are environmentally friendly.
If you have a lot of the elephant grass around the maize fields, it is likely to kill the fall armyworm, to stop them from developing.
Lead scientist of the intercropping and push-pull technologies, Dr. Patricia Oteng-Dakun, says there are already positive indications on the trials. She said the methods will be less expensive to farmers.
Spraying comes with a cost that economically hampers the farmer. So if you are not spraying, it means that you are minimizing that cost.
Meanwhile, the Crop Research Institute is set to introduce a new maize variety onto the market. The yellow corn is high yielding and disease resistant. Maize breeder Dr. Manfred Bonzi Ewol explained the health and agric potentials of the new maize variety.
They have high values of provitamin A. Vitamin A is very important for our eyesight, very important for skin, for development, for pregnant women. It's really very important.
The Agric Ministry has been tasked to promote the new maize variety to farmers and the public.
Meanwhile, the Accra Ultimate Lions Club has presented farm inputs valued at 10,000 cedis to visually impaired farmer Francis Esiedubuafo of Kokodai in the Bosomtwe district of the Ashanti region after TV3's reportage on his plight. Now, the elated 68-year-old farmer said the gesture would enable him improve his yield and expand his business.
Francis Esiedubuafo started farming when he went blind at the age of 28. On July 21, our Ashanti regional correspondent Ibrahim Abubakar spent a day with him on his 5-acre farm at Kokodai in the Bosomtwe district. Francis requested farm inputs to enable him expand his business and increase yield. The Accra Ultimate Lions Club has presented him with a motorized CP15 knapsack spraying machines, bags of fertilizer, chemicals, cutlasses, safety gear, among other farm inputs. They also presented him with some cocoa products.
I least suspected that these were the items they were going to give me. So in fact, I'm very, very, very grateful to them. It is more than necessary.
Lion Victor Mensah Tokono said the gesture forms part of their core mandate to assist the less privileged in society.
Lionism is about the blind and the less privileged in society. So when we saw this it needs help. So why can't we do something to help.
Lion Obedopoku Ejikum commended TV3 for highlighting the plight of the visually impaired farmer and called on other individuals and organizations to emulate the gesture.
When we believe that the government is also in a position to help people like Mr. Siedu, because we believe there are so many others like him. And what we can also do is to reach out to as many people as we can. And with this new collaboration we have TV3, we know you will be able to project. So other well-meaning Ghanaians can also come on board to help.
Francis walks 30 minutes 6 days a week to his 5-acre farm where he cultivates cocoa.
Now, the Chinese government is supporting in building the capacity of artisans in the bamboo and rattan industry in Kumasi. Poor quality of product has resulted in low local patronage and generally dwindling its export potential. Here's a report by Benjamin Edu.
Bamboo and rattan constitute two of the most abundant non-timber forest products, which could be used as a substitute for wood in the production of furniture and other products. The production and trade of wood products, especially furniture, serve as a major source of livelihood for many in southern Ghana, where bamboo and rattan resources are available. But the once lucrative business in parts of the country is fast losing its vibrancy due to poor patronage, following preference for imported products, particularly from China. Majority of the artisans have had to divert to other trades and professions. To help keep local artisans in the trade, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources is collaborating with their Chinese counterparts to train 100 artisans.
Ghana has a high forest coverage rate, abundant bamboo and rattan resources, and a good foundation for the bamboo and rattan product industry.
The move is also geared towards addressing the current alarming rate of deforestation due to the high demand for wood products.
They have seen the potential in Ghanaians, and so they want to use Ghana as a training center for Africa. That's why they are so keen in impacting their skills into us to be trainers of trainees for the whole of the sub-region.
Country Director of the International Network of Bamboo and Rattan, Michael Kweku, suggested the setting up of more bamboo and rattan plantations in Ghana.
To create job opportunity, solve environmental challenges in terms of land degradations, restoring vegetations, establishing riparian vegetations along river streams, and to provide energy for people who want to use wood fuel like charcoal and the rest, in particular the northern region of Ghana and also the southern part.
Deputy Sector Minister Benito Owusu-Bio says the country has good policies and programs to boost bamboo and rattan production. The month-long training is expected to improve on the quality of products.
You're watching News 360. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook. It's TV3 Ghana. Let's move to the presidency now. And the president of the Sierra Leone area, Julius Maada Bio, will begin a 2-day official visit to Ghana from Monday, October 22. The visit is to strengthen and deepen friendship ties and cooperation between the two countries, as well as explore other areas of cooperation. President Maada Bio will call on President Akufo-Addo at the Jubilee House on his arrival, where the two leaders will hold bilateral talks. President Akufo-Addo will later host his Sierra Leonean counterpart to an official lunch also at Jubilee House. And the Sierra Leone president, whilst in Ghana, would meet Sierra Leoneans resident in Ghana, as well as undertake a number of visits to some institutions. President Maada Bio is expected to leave Ghana on Tuesday, October 23.
In other news tonight, the Ghana Highways Authority has commenced the second phase of its road diversion around the Tema motorway roundabout to pave way for the continuation of construction works on the interchange. The diversion, which took effect from Sunday, October 21, will affect traffic on the Akonsombo-Tema Harbour and the Akonsombo-Accra roads. A statement by the Chief Executive of the authority, Engineer Kingsley Jojo Arthur, advised the public to take note of the diversion signages, police officers and contractors flagmen station at strategic points to direct traffic. The project is being financed at a cost of $57 million by the Japanese government through the Japanese International Cooperation Agency to address the perennial traffic congestion within the enclave. It is under the West African Corridor Development Growth Ring Master Plan implementation and is being executed by the Messrs. Shimuzu Dai Nippon Joint Venture with CTI Engineering International Company Limited as consultants. News 360 is live from the News Hub here in Accra. We'll return shortly with Mission.
Thanks for staying with us on News 360. Time now for Mission, supported by Star Ghana with funding from Danida, UK Aid and the European Union. Inadequate number of teachers at the Kitari DA Primary School in the Pandai district of the Northern Region is impacting negatively on academic performance. Stanley Niblo reports the school has only one trained teacher handling all 6 classes.
Established more than 3 decades ago as a public learning institution, the Kitari Basic School has provided tuition to more than 10,000 pupils. Currently, the school has a total enrollment of 867, but teaching and learning is poor due to lack of teachers. Previously, 2 trained teachers were in charge of all 6 classes, but one has been transferred, leaving only one to handle classes 1 to 6. This has persisted for years, affecting academic performance. A teacher in charge of all 6 classes, but one has been transferred, leaving only one to handle classes 1 to 6. This has persisted for years, affecting academic performance. A teacher, Francis Kuma, accused the Pandai District Education Directorate for the high teacher deficit in the school.
Few teachers who are here are transferred, and if they are transferring them, they should replace them too, but they take them without replacing.
He said senior high school graduates are being engaged to voluntarily assist in teaching.
They are not skilled, they are just teaching raw. But what I did was that I have to take them through in-service training. I had to prepare lesson notes and some of the teaching methods that they could use. I took them through.
We were told most national service personnel posted to the school to teach often refuse owing to lack of accommodation. The situation, coupled with lack of teaching and learning materials, have compounded their plight. But the district chief executive for Pandai, Emmanuel Atta Tatablata, assures school authorities of his outfit's intervention.
Kitari's issue, I am much aware of it, and we are working to resolve those matters in Kitari.
How soon?
Oh, when I say very soon, I'm not trying to use the Bible soon. I mean very soon. It will not take us more than 1 month, and that problem will be fixed.
The constant poor performance of government schools compelled a resident to establish the Kitari Winners Academy, but that also is struggling to survive, as pupils often have to bring their own chairs from home to sit on. The kind of chair one brings determines the financial strength of the parents. Proprietor of the school, Mark Mensah, who expressed worry about the dwindling quality education in the district, attributed the trend to lack of will on the part of key stakeholders.
And when teachers come actually to this place, most of them don't stay. They are not regular. That one must be. So it makes teaching a bit difficult.
The Kitari Winners Academy also provides education to people in the Nkwanta South district, but pupils from Nkwanta South are compelled to cross the Oti River on a weak canoe to school each day. The mission team joined the pupils to Kitari Kisane after school to have a first-hand experience of what the children go through each day. Each time the pupils are on board the canoe, One volunteers to scoop water to prevent it from sinking because the canoe is not properly maintained. These were some of the reactions from the children.
We feel like maybe we will die because as we are crossing, the wind have been blowing.
An intervention by stakeholders would avert a pending disaster, as more is also needed to improve education in the area.
Well, that's quite a worrying situation there in Kitare in the Pandai district. But let's still remain in the Pandai district of the northern region, where increased poverty has forced lots of pupils to stay away from school in Jetima, which is a farming community in that district. And teenage girls striving to receive basic education in the community survive on selling firewood.
Jetima is located about some 5 kilometers from the district capital, Pandai, and it is inhabited by some 500 cucumbers. Indigenes here depend on agriculture, but perennial flooding remains a threat. Poverty has always been endemic. Not every child here has access to formal basic education, due mainly to parent inability to afford. Again, there is no school serving Jetima and some 4 other adjoining communities. As a result, children who were enrolled in schools in Pandai have dropped out. The community, since its establishment more than 4 decades ago, has produced only 4 male senior high school graduates, but has not produced a female junior high school graduate. Bukobi Forgive has been given out for marriage because a parent cannot afford her educational needs. This has been a usual practice.
We are many, but there's no money to take care of their school fees. That's why their parents are forcing them to get married.
But these 2 girls are determined to break the jinx. They are currently in JHS 1 and 2, but their motivation for education is hinged on selling firewood.
This is what I have been doing for buying all my school things and for my spending money. Sometimes when I have my mercy and when I send a firewood to town and they didn't buy, my mother, that when she's having, she also give me 3 cedis for my part. When she's not having, I'll be suffering with that. The blood will be flowing.
15-year-old Mary Issa, who aspires to be a nurse, explains her zeal for education is to help change the Jetima community, but she's afraid the myriad of challenges facing her may shatter her dreams.
I'm cutting firewood selling. When I sell a week 3 cedis, have been managing the money 50 pesos throughout of the week. When the money got finished, and I'll still start again selling the firewood. 50 pesos, and I buy kenke. It will be okay for me without fish. I can take it like that.
District Chief Executive for Pandai, Emmanuel Tatablata, affirms the Assembly has a scholarship scheme, but not all can access it.
Assembly has, and the MP in his own way also has a scholarship that he gives to children. But per the numbers that we have here, it's very difficult to say we are sponsoring a child from class 1 up to secondary school, or from secondary school completely. Per the formula of Assembly, we have 2 over 100 times the total amount. That is 2% of the common fund that we get that we use for students' support. In a year, we cannot give everybody.
Some residents are worried about the poor access to education in the area.
When you look at the distance from here to where the school can be located, it is so long for them to. When they walk to school and they are back, they do complain that they are tired. That is why they can't go. And their parents do get the required materials for them to go into school.
If you give them plenty and you can take care of all, it's a problem to you and the children.
The mission team later held a meeting with some parents at the Chief's Palace to educate them on the need to seek the education of their wards. Chief of the community appealed for help. Jetima, like other deprived rural communities, requires intervention to enable children receive proper education.
Again, that's our mission for tonight, supported by Star Ghana with funding from Danida, UK Aid, and the European Union.
For the people of Awudome, which comprises 7 communities, the first harvest of yam is considered sacred, and so elders will have to first perform rituals to the gods and ancestors by feeding them. Rivers and streams are pacified to engender good fortune in the coming years. Everything we are doing is in the Bible. There's nothing wrong and evil about what we're doing. Commuting with our ancestors is something the Bible says happened in the olden days. For indigents, such activities signify respect for the gods and help promote oneness with their state deities and ancestors, as the spiritual forces are believed to have brought about the bountiful yam harvest.
And more news tonight. The Baptist Medical Center at Nalrigu in the northern region continues to record high malaria cases. Management of the facility is of the view sensitization on the use of insecticide-treated nets have not gone down well with the rural folk. Eva Tiboka has more.
The Baptist Medical Center, which serves the northern, upper east and west regions, records an average of 600 OPD cases daily. The facility in 2016 recorded 14,846 OPD malaria cases compared to 24,972 last year. While 3,354 patients were admitted in 2016, 6,442 admissions were recorded last year. 1,970 OPD malaria cases were recorded in the first half of the year, with 696 patients having been admitted. However, malaria death is declining, having recorded 40 in 2015, 11 in 2016, 8 in 2017, and 7 in first half of this year.
Because here is a referral case, a more or less referral center, some delay the patient very well in the communities and some small clinics within in the village. So before they get to the facility, it becomes a very terrible situation. Once the person come and die at the facility level, you said it to be an institutional death.
Children suffering severe malaria are brought into the health facility late. Daniel Danladi is one of such children brought to the facility in critical condition. He had to be detained.
For Daniel, he came in very ill, but we never lost hope. We have seen worse. We keep working at it. Sometimes we lose them anyway, but other times, a lot of times, we are able to make progress, and that is what happens. We are happy when they get better and they go.
Let's now go back to the Ashanti region and also the vulnerable region where yam farmers have welcomed a new technology to improve yield. The farmers say they used to incur debts at the end of the farming season until the adoption of the K-seed technology. Here is a report by Beatrice Piogabra.
The Community Action for Yam Seed K-Seed project is a 3-year project which started in 2015 and ended in June 2018. The goal was to promote food security and wealth creation by addressing some of the major limitations in yam production. It is also targeted at improving the quality and production of yams through innovative agricultural interventions in 8 yam growing communities in Ghana and Nigeria. Regional Project Coordinator Dr. Kingsley Osei noted over 1,000 yam farmers have benefited from the project at Ejura and Atebubu. He explained that with the improved yields and right-sized tubers, the yams can meet export demands to create wealth for farmers and generate revenue for the country.
We selected 2 districts or municipalities, Ejura Dumasi and Atibuba-Mantin. And in every municipality or district, we had 2 communities which did what we call positive selection and 2 other communities which did farmer practice, good agronomic practices. This community is good agronomic practices.
30 farmers at Kramokrom in the Ejura Sechidumase municipality in the Ashanti region benefited from the technology. The elated farmers disclosed their finances have improved since they adopted the technology.
The project has been beneficial. I made a lot of profit from my farm and the group's farm.
The $4.5 million project is supported by the Bill and Belinda Gates Foundation. Meanwhile, the Crops Research Institute will be rolling out 4 new highly yielding and pest-resistant yam varieties onto the Ghanaian market.
Afasi Huadzinfu, which means strong Afasi, and just because it's tolerant to nematodes. Then we have Afasipa because of the high quality it has. Then we have Afasi Sunyanto, which is very high yielding. Then we have Afasi Brie. It has purple color.
About 5,000 planting materials are ready for supply to farmers in the Ejura municipality.
You're watching News 360 and he is ready to give us the latest in what's happening in the world of sports. Nana Kujafre is up next.
Sports News segment is brought to you by Cowbell,
Sasso insecticide spray and coil.
The deputy chief of the Taiwan Railways Administration, Lu Qingsheng, told a news conference the train was only 6 years old and had been in pretty good condition before the accident. It is not immediately clear what caused the train to derail, but witnesses told local media they heard a loud noise, then sparks and smoke. Emergency medical responders and firefighters helped the injured, and the Defense Ministry says it sent 120 soldiers to help with rescue efforts. Witnesses reported having to break windows to escape the carriages, and dozens of injured have been transported to local hospitals. Taiwan has an extensive train network, and more than 500,000 passengers travel on the system every day. President Donald Trump earlier said he was not satisfied with the account, and Turkey's president on Sunday vowed to reveal the truth about the death. Recep Tayyip Erdogan said he would make a statement on the matter in Parliament on Tuesday. Mr. Khashoggi entered the consulate on October 2 to sort out divorce papers. Saudi Arabia initially said he had left shortly afterward, but has now admitted he died inside the building. The UK, France and Germany expressed shock at the death, saying nothing can justify this killing, and we condemn it in the strongest possible terms. The nation said they would not make a judgment until further explanation had been detailed.
Let's now bring you some entertainment news.
Entertainment news is brought to you by Middo, Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil.
And tonight in entertainment, Hip Life musician Okomfo Kwade has denied being mentally unstable. Speaking on Onya FM's entertainment talk show, Enije Mre, the artist insisted he was mentally fit to do music.
Born Jerry Anaba, Okomfo Kwade has hit songs like Abroni Beye, Atajwa, Kawanantoso to his credit, but the artist has had his career slowed down over the last few years owing to his health. There were rumors that he was not mentally stable. His mother, Cecilia Asakia, had confirmed earlier that her son was mentally unstable and had subsequently sought help for him. But Okomfo Kwade, who appeared on the Nijemre show on Onuya 95.1 FM, denied ever being mentally ill.
Kwade could be some songs you have. I was a hit and so I can't them simply because Mufi said, Bibi Hami, mean to me, yes, a fair son. So on the Michono. Inti, Yagas will be about Dama, Meno, me fan say fanfare. Because a damn dear to me barapum, Ogas my bodama, meet me the Faber Biaka, Sama, a bell say, ah, Nakwa Bodam Nasa Kenyans, same. Okay. So, Inti, I know the infant you who said a bill will be no who be our own pen wide. Oka. Tia damn the infant say. Great.
Okomfo Kwade confirmed his mother had taken him to a number of psychiatric hospitals, but when his mother took him to Welling Ways Foundation, a rehabilitation center in Kumasi in the Ashanti region, none of his family members, including his mom, visited him there.
I'm a rehab center, I'm a crash psychiatric. Me call Dr. Lamte haya okwa de sikafo call Dr. Lamte Jolu. Jolu, yeah. Me sa call the extreme wa enwura bim bisasi akobo me koya de na yede na mbodam. Yakobo anyum ho na anyum no so de kwa nwuram ho na yete a ebonum so obi tia. Enti me for 14 years me obi de me akọ psychiatric na say ya cheme ba force de me kọ ho a. Ne mfa say in fact kwa de me nka say me nko yo makwa ba. Hwan na be sra me ho. So that see obi amesram so that means say na problems na a bit like yemfa say family or tia say. O mama amesra. Me mama de TV so na ba kana adwen say ne ba na oyi say no. Ono wo de da internet fi na na ogine di. Ba me kwa me bo onyu mama me ba TV so me ba internet so me ji say di no.
Okomfo Kwade, who is seeking to bounce back after years of absence with his latest song, says the industry has never recognized his work.
Me boy new kroma obi an award me da enko yinsu ma me ene abi nya award da me award me da chata as for ma award me da chata wale mu na ajiju omudi won chata wale nya award awa ya mani tun ayi popular chata as me o ma award da kroma award be na omudi aba me me right say me come adwon ni o ma come adwon da bi e ma me nka say bi a wona mama kan ba me na mo right say me kan na say me so ma bi microphone na ma kan adwon intime no mo appreciate so many people no appreciations no e fake. I gotta tell you, man, me nya kwara say ebony wo hey kwa dem hwe me se ho ebony wo terbo ncha kan kaslo wo mu na mo e maka se beji mani kwa ma sa me don tum for asam.
Okomfo Kwade there for you. Let's move on to look at some more entertainment news tonight. And winner of Talented Kids Season 9, Samuel Owusu, has left Ghana for Dubai, where he is expected to spend a week touring. Whilst in Dubai, the gifted rapper will visit sites including the Desert Safari, Dubai Dolphinarium, Saluja Cruise and other historic sites. And the all-expense paid fun trip forms part of his package as winner of the competition.
Sometimes fun.
Yeah.
Beat Bank.
It was a dream come true as a young rapper left his Kwabena home on Sunday afternoon to live the much-awaited Dubai experience. He looks forward to a fun-filled trip.
Okay, I did a research and I got to know that Dubai has the biggest mall in the whole world and the biggest building in the whole world. And I think they've invented a car too, and the car, no one is inside the car. You, the passenger, is inside the car, and the car will be driving you itself.
The gifted musician was appreciative to TV3 and the British Columbia College for making the trip possible.
It feels great, and first and foremost, I thank TV3. Now I'm going to Dubai. I thank my family, everyone who has supported me, British Columbia College, and the Almighty Lord.
Young King Clef, Young King Clef, Young King Clef.
Samuel, the king of the kids, was accompanied by talented kids judge Benedict Yati.
As a package promised to Samuel Owusu, the winner of season 9, the day has come. Everything is arranged to have a really beautiful time in Dubai. And as activities lined up, we'll be going to the Burj Khalifa, the tallest landmark in Dubai. We'll also be at the Legoland where we're going to have fun. As you can see, we have some students from British Columbia College. They're going to keep somewhat entertained, so it's not going to be lonely, you know. And we'll also do a day's trip to Abu Dhabi City. We'll go to the Ferrari World. We'll go to the dolphinarium. There are so many places that we'll be going.
Samuel's mother, Khadija Wadua, couldn't hide her joy as she bid his son farewell.
And then manage that. Many are the pass and maybe to coin. I'm a fan of comedians who do any journey and snahoda.
I don't be catching one.
I may catch any say. I'm a fan and call fan and rasu. You know, be any.
Samuel was there. We wish him the best, and we hope that when he comes from Dubai and Abu Dhabi, he will bring some new ideas to develop our country. I think that kind of education we should be giving to our children.
Yeah,
travel and see, bring the good ideas.
Bring good ideas. And talking about entertainment, we have Ghana's Most Beautiful also coming up right after the news.
Right,
Another week of exciting things for you to see. So stay tuned to TV3. But that's it from us here on NEWS360 tonight. My name is Nanekia Mensah Brampa.
And mine is Issa Mone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.